Good morning. Well, I'm used to saying good morning to you because it used to be streaming in the morning, but it's not the case. You may not be in the morning. Let me set my timer real quick. Here we go. Well, happy whatever time of day it is for you. Since we're not together in a class, in person, I just want you to take just have a seat. Let's take a couple of breaths and become settled. So if this is first thing in the morning for you, just, feel your body, tune into how you physically feel, take a look at your energy level, notice your mind. If this is later in the day, see if you can allow the things that might have already happened in your day just sort of melt away, or just let them sit off to the side. And regardless of what time of day it is for you, try not to think ahead to what's after this. Try to stay present and be right here, right now. Think about being on your mat and being present with your breath and with your poses. And then start to notice your breath. Breathing through your nose. Fill your lungs on your inhales, empty your lungs on your exhales. Let your belly move as you breathe. So you're allowing space for your diaphragm, your ribs and lungs and guts and all of that. Just allow your belly to create space for everything. And on your exhale, bring your belly button into your spine and up behind your rib cage. Just that sort of back and up feeling. That's ujjayi. And maybe for this practice, that's what you focus on as far as your breath. You're allowing your belly to expand, to give space for everything. And on your exhale, you're drawing it in and up. And maybe that's all you focus on, and that's fine. So start moving your torso, though. You're in your cross-legged position. Start rotating your torso. And I don't know if you can hear my creaky floor. Not much I can do about it. You really get some movement down in your hips, your low back. Let's work this up into your waist. So try to keep your shoulders, I gotta get off of that creakiness. Try to keep your shoulders over your waist, so you're not making big torso circles anymore. You're making smaller circles specifically with your belly button. And this may be awkward for you, perhaps you aren't used to using these muscles, but also perhaps you don't have the flexibility yet in your spine, and your rib cage, your waist. Speaking of your rib cage, let's move this up into your rib cage. So imagine that somebody is holding onto your rib cage from behind and sort of stirring with your rib cage itself. So it may feel similar to what you just did with your waist, but see if you can change it so that your primary focus is on the movement of the rib cage. There's a little bit of a difference. Let's make another circle. Then come back to center, bring your other leg in front. Big circles in the opposite direction. Big circles. I got a nice little hip pop there. And there's that creak again. Turn it. Oh, well. And then bring it up into your waist. So your torso stays perpendicular to the floor. And you're focusing on the movement of your belly. Maybe you feel your belly get big and move around. This may be a different feeling for you if you're used to holding your abdominal muscles in all the time. So in this, I'm really kind of asking you to let go of those muscles, and you're kind of mostly using your back muscles to make this motion happen. Let's bring it up into your rib cage. Come back to center. Grab onto your shins, rock over your sit bones. Inhale your belly button forward, exhale it back. Get some motion specifically in your pelvis. Again, this may be weird for you. This may be hard for you. If you don't have very flexible hips, and if you don't have very flexible waist, this can be challenging. You may feel like you're rocking your whole torso, but really try to get it down in your pelvis. Bring your hands to your knees, not your hips, hands to your knees. Inhale your chest forward, exhale it back. So this is more like cat-cow, flexing your back, rounding your back. On your next inhale, lift your chin to the ceiling. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, lift your chin. Exhale, chin to chest. Once more, lift your chin. And chin to chest. Keep your chin against your chest. Drop your shoulders. We're going to practice Kapalabhati. Keep your chin drawn down. We're going to do 4 rounds of 10 Kapalabhati breaths each. So Kapalabhati, it's a forceful exhale, and your inhale does what it needs to do to bring in oxygen. So it's going to be like this. So that was a round of 10. Okay, so let's do that together. We're going to do 4. Let's do some practice breaths. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. And make sure to release ujjayi. No constriction of your glottis muscle. Inhale. Exhale. With this next inhale, we'll begin. Take an inhale. And release, relax. After this next inhale, begin. Relax your neck, relax your chin and jaw. After your next inhale, begin. Next inhale, begin. One last time, inhale and begin. Lift the crown of your head up towards the ceiling, lengthen your spine, drop your shoulders. Bring yourself up to standing. We're going to practice 3-part breath with Mudra standing. So as we move through the inhale, your hands will start at your waist. Your hands are pretty taut, and your palms are parallel to the floor. Your thumbs are behind you. You'll inhale here. Inhale is still happening. Your thumbs are at your armpits, palms parallel to the floor. So you're going to feel your rib cage expand. Hands to the tops of your shoulders, elbows reaching up. This is expanding your chest. And then reaching your fingertips up towards the ceiling. At this point, your inhale may be done. On your exhale, fingers are spread, palms face forward, allowing your arms to draw out and down, following your exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Follow your own breath. We'll do several rounds of this. You may notice that your exhale is longer than your inhale. Take your time with your breath. As your lungs start to get used to this breath and the extension and expansion, maybe you'll go through some phases of your inhale being shorter than you expected, but perhaps maybe the next time you'll be able to lengthen not only your inhale, but then your exhale. Let's do a few more rounds. Wherever you're at, finish that round and then do one more after it. And after you finish that round, just stand there, arms down to your sides, and just notice. Let's move into breath of joy as a way to help open up your chest. You'll sniff, cross your arms. Sniff, open your arms. Sniff, lift your arms and exhale, bend your knees, pour it all out. Exhale through your mouth. Sniff. Switch which way your arms cross at first. Three more. Last time. Stand tall. Allow yourself to sort of get your bearings. Maybe all this oxygen is a little bit uncomfortable. You feel some discomfort. Allow yourself to stand here as long as you need to. And when you feel ready for it, come on down to the floor. We're going to work on some core. We haven't done a whole lot of core recently, so we're going to work on core. Bring your hands underneath your pelvis, palms down, thumbs touching. On an inhale, point and raise your legs. Point your toes, raise your legs. Exhale, flex your feet and lower. Press out through your ankles. Inhale, lift. Try to keep your legs straight and together. That's the added challenge. Exhale, flex your feet and lower. Press out, lengthen out. Inhale, point your toes and lift. Exhale, flex your feet and lower. If you'd like to start to lift your hips, let's do it this time. Inhale, point and raise. Lift your hips, reach above you towards the floor perhaps. Exhale, flex your feet and lower. As you move and as you're lifting your hips off the floor, inhale, point and raise. Try to lift up equally on both sides of your body. And on your exhale, lower down equally on both sides of your spine. Let's do a few more rounds. Inhale, point and raise. Take your time. This is going to build more strength in your core. Exhale, flex and lower. It's not about quantity, it's about quality. Taking your time with this. Feel all those muscles it takes to really slowly do this. Flex and lower. Let's do one more. Point and raise your legs. And exhale, flex and lower. Flex your feet, arms above you on the floor. Take an inhale. On your exhale, bring yourself up, fist to feet. Inhale down and exhale up. We're going to do several of these. Go at your own pace. Inhale down, exhale up. And really lengthen out when you get down there. This is the one that makes my pants scoot down. Gosh, it doesn't happen to everybody. I don't know what somebody's doing different than me. Use your exhale. You can use the momentum of your arms to bring yourself up if you like. Let's do 3 more. Let's do one more. Bring yourself up. Come on into Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together. Lay back. We've done this one before together. Take an inhale. Exhale, fist to feet. This is a little bit harder. Inhale down and exhale up again. You can use your arms pumping to bring you up and use that momentum to draw yourself forward. Let's get a little bit of stretch in your hips and your hamstrings by bringing yourself forward. Of course, I'm on the creek. Let's do 3 more. And do one more. Bring yourself up and bring yourself to hands and knees and come right into down dog. Let your little neck relax. Just let your head hang. Relax your face. Take long, deep breaths. Feel how your breath moves your back body. Step between your hands, half lift. Fold forward. Reach out and overhead, press into your feet as you come up. And exhale, hands come to heart center. Let's move through Series A sun salutation. We've been doing a lot of classical sun. Let's do Series A. Inhale, arms out and overhead. Exhale, come forward and down. Fold forward. Press into the floor if you can. If not, press into your calves. Inhale, lift your chest and chin. Draw your chest away from your toes. Really do grab onto your toes. Exhale, step back into plank. Come forward to your tippy toes. Lower to chaturanga. Touch your knees to your floor if you need to. Inhale to up dog. Straighten your arms. Lift your chest. Crown of the head to the ceiling. Exhale, down dog. Pull your hips back. Let's take a few breaths in down dog. Make sure your feet are wide. Guys, I know that you've got narrow hips. Do make sure that your feet are more than, let's have your feet like a foot width apart. A foot, like as in 12 inches. A foot apart. And especially if you've got tight hips, men or women, anybody, if you've got tight hips, wider feet, that's going to give you some space for your pelvis to tilt forward. Step to the top, inhale. Forward fold. Reach out and overhead. Hands to heart center. Let's do that again. Follow your breath. Inhale. Fold forward. Half lift. Plank to chaturanga. Try to step back with a different foot when you step back into chaturanga or plank. Inhale to up dog. And exhale to down dog. Make sure your fingers are spread. All parts of your palms pressing into the floor. Wrists are parallel to the top of the mat. Step forward with the same foot you stepped back with. Step to the top, half lift. Fold forward. Reach out and overhead. Hands to heart center. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Fold forward. Half lift, grab onto your toes. Even if your knees are bent, pull your chest away from your feet. Plank. Come to your tippy toes, lower to chaturanga. Shoulders do not go below your elbows. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take your time through these poses. Don't rush it. This is how you're going to get more upper body strength. You're going to increase your upper body strength by taking your time. Rushing through it only increases the risk of injury. Come forward, half lift. Forward fold. Lengthen out and up. Press your ankles out to the side. Hands come to heart center. Now let's move through classical sun. Inhale, arms forward, hips forward, reach up and back. Press your hips forward, reach back. Exhale to fold forward. Half lift, lengthen your spine, shoulders draw back to your hips. Left leg back, knee to the ground. Really get a nice big step. Inhale, palms meet overhead, shoulders over your hips. Try not to lean forward. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back into plank. Exhale to knees, chest, and chin. Keep your hips up. Try to keep your forearms off the floor. Slide to Cobra. Peel up like a can of cat food. Down dog. Exhale. Pull your hips back. Lengthen your torso. Lift your left leg. Inhale it up. Step it to the top. Right knee down. Palms meet. Lengthen up. Sink in your hips if you can. Hands to the mat. Step to the top. Half lift. Fold forward. Arms forward, up and back. Hands to heart center. Again, inhale. Arms and hips forward. Forward fold. Take your time. Don't rush this stuff. Half lift. Right leg back. Knee to the ground. Palms meet. Hands to the mat. Plank. Knees, chest, and chin. Remember to follow your breath. Cobra on an inhale. Peel up. Shoulders away from your ears. Down dog. Pull back. Lift your right leg. Try to keep your legs straight as you lift it. Tight hamstrings. Do this. Step to the top. Left knee down. Palms meet overhead. Reach up. Sink your hips. Hands to the mat. Step forward. Half lift. Forward fold. Lengthen out and up. And hands come to heart center. All right, let's take a big step back. Deeply bend your knees, hands at heart center. Deeply bend your knees, shift your weight to your left foot. Big step back with your right foot. Press your heel back so that your left knee is over your left ankle. Draw your shoulders over your hips. Let's just get a little bit of stretch on the front of that right thigh. Spread your toes, especially on your left foot. Try not to grip your toes. You want to use as much of your foot space as possible. Now draw yourself forward again. Crown of the head pulls away from your right heel. Shoulders are relaxed. Keep them away from your ears. Let's go for a twist. Right elbow, right tricep to your left knee. Stack your hands, stack your wrists, stack your elbows and shoulders. If you need to, place your right knee to the floor. There's no shame in that, and you'll still get a whole lot of benefit out of this. Unwind. Left elbow comes to your left knee, right heel to the floor, extended right angle. Right fingertips either up to 12 o'clock. Keep your shoulder away from your ear. This is just a spacer. Try not to let all of your weight rest into your left shoulder. Maybe reach your right fingertips towards the top of your mat. Palm faces the floor. Take a peek at your palm if you don't know what it's doing. Press into your right heel, reach away with your right fingertips. Take long, deep breaths. You're breathing through your nose. Long, deep breaths. Bring yourself up to warrior two. Shoulders directly over your hips. Look at your body. Wrists over your ankles. This is not a lunge. Left knee is over your left ankle. Left wrist is directly on top of your left ankle as well. Let's turn this into a triangle pose. Straighten your left leg, tip. Nice pop in the hip there. Use your shin. Maybe fingertips to the floor. Perhaps the flat palm to the floor. Be mindful of what these hamstrings need. Keep your ego out of this. There is no should. Do what feels best to your body. Bend your left knee, bring yourself back up to warrior two. Use momentum from your right arm. Step to the top, right foot next to left. Keep your knees bent. Hands to heart center, relax your shoulders. Big step back with your left foot. Find the floor, press your heel away. Press your heel until your right knee is over your right ankle. And then start to draw your belly back into your spine. Feel like you're trying to press your low back and lower ribs into the wall behind you. Pull back. Get your shoulders over your hips. Keep the tops of your shoulders soft, elbows relaxed. You're just gently pressing your palms together. Keep that left heel pressing forward, left leg straight. Crown of the head pulls away from your left heel. Left arm to right knee. Stack your palms, wrists, elbows, shoulders. Breathe. Again, if you need to, put that left knee on the floor. Breathe. There's a squirrel outside looking at me through the window. Are you doing yoga too, squirrel? No, he's not. Let's unwind. Right elbow to right knee. Left heel to the floor. Open up. Left fingertips reach up to the ceiling. Or perhaps they're going to reach toward the top of the mat. Really, I think your left fingertips are trying to reach towards where the wall meets the ceiling. Right? So it's this angle. You're creating this nice angle from your left fingertips down your left arm, down into your left heel. Try not to crush your right shoulder. Come up to warrior two. Shoulders over hips, wrists over ankles. Sink your weight into your feet. Drop your shoulder weight into the soles of your feet. Turn this into triangle. Straighten your right leg, tip. You got shins you can use. Fingertips, perhaps. And even if your fingertips are on the floor, still use your torso strength to keep the weight off of your fingertips. These are just sort of like, again, sort of like placeholders or spacers. They're not holding your weight. Soften your right knee, bring yourself back up to warrior two, realign. Use momentum from your left arm and step to the top. Inhale, arms out and overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Half lift. Come into plank and lower all the way down to the floor. Let's do some peeling up into Cobra. Hands shoulder width apart. Fingers are spread so that your pinkies are probably to the outside edge of the mat. Mine are. Inhale, peel up. Shoulders down away from your ears. Press your forearms toward the floor. Your forearms are not on the floor. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, peel up. Use your back muscles. It's not just all in your hands and arms. Exhale, down. Try to use equally your hands, arms, and your back body. Inhale, peel up. And exhale, down. This time we're going to peel up. Find the height that works for you. Now at this point, your hands and your arms are kind of like kickstands. Elbows are bent and they're hugged in. You want that eye of your elbow pointing forward towards the top of the mat. Press your forearms towards the floor to get your shoulders out of your ears. Lengthen the crown of your head up to the ceiling. Breathe. Relax your face. Take one more nice slow breath. And release. Exhale down. Use some arm strength to press back into child's pose. Relax your arms. Come up to hands and knees. Let's do a little bit more arm stuff, and then we'll let it go. Wrap your fingers around your elbows so they go all the way to the backs of the elbows. We're coming into modified peacock. So your forearms are parallel. Make a number 11 with your forearms. Palms flat to the floor, wrists parallel to the top of the mat. Make sure your wrists don't start to sneak in. Keep your middle fingers parallel. Curl your toes under. Lift your hips. Keep your head lifted. Breathe. Press the floor away from you. Elbows, forearms, palms. Keep doing that. Keep reminding yourself to press into your elbows, forearms, and palms. Lengthen your waist. Pull your hips back away from your elbows. If you're ready for it, perhaps walk your toes towards your elbows, keeping your hips lifting up away from your forearms. Keep breathing. Relax your face muscles. Two more breaths. Keep pressing the floor away from you. Don't let yourself slop into it. And release down. Child's pose, embryo. Relax. Bring yourself up, legs in front. Come into a nice deep twist. Let's go left foot to the outside. Left arm up, over, and around. Keep that hand more towards the middle of your back. So not towards your left hip, but towards the center. Reach your right arm up. Bring your elbow to the outside. So nice and tall. Pointer finger and thumb tip meet. Give your hand something to do. Draw your left rib cage back and then your chest. Keep your chin parallel to the floor and keep it away from your left shoulder. Fill your lungs on your inhales, empty your lungs on the exhales. If you're taking shallow breaths, then you're not doing this. Take deep breaths. Your belly moves, presses against your left thigh, and then you're drawing it in away from your thigh. Look forward, unwind. Let's switch to the other side. Right foot to the outside. Right arm up, over, and around. Reach your left arm up, elbow to the outside. Sit nice and tall. Keep that left foot flexed. Don't let it go all sloppy. Look forward and unwind. Let's do a little bit of Janu Shirshasana. If you've got tight hamstrings and if you've got a blanket or a pillow to sit on, do it just to get your hips a little bit higher. Give yourself just a fighting chance at this a little bit more. Bring your right foot in and open your right knee out. Keep the left foot flexed. Inhale, lengthen up. Reach your fingertips and the crown of your head up to the ceiling. Exhale, tip from your hips. Draw yourself forward and down. Relax your shoulders. Keep that left leg engaged. Heel presses away, toes draw towards you. On your inhales, lengthen out through the crown of your head. On your exhales, draw yourself forward and down. Arms alongside your ears, inhale, come up. Arms down to the sides, switch legs. Right leg front, left foot comes in, then open your knee up. It helps to protect your knee. Inhale, draw yourself up. Exhale, come forward and down. You're not pulling yourself against your leg. You're breathing to draw yourself longer and then forward and down. Arms alongside your ears, inhale, come up. Arms down to the sides. Why don't we do Paschimottanasana? Since we're here, let's make it nice and balanced. Both legs out, feet are flexed. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale, come forward and down. Relax your shoulders. You can practice Mula Bandha in this. Engage your pelvic floor muscles. You can engage Uddiyana Bandha. Belly button draws back and up into your rib cage. Keep your legs engaged. So there's this practice, this balance of engaging some things but relaxing others. So in this, flex your feet, engage your legs. Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. But see if you can relax the tops of your shoulders. Let yourself draw forward. Arms alongside your ears, inhale, come up. And arms down to the sides. Nice, all right. Come onto your back. Arms out to the side. Oh, I got a nice pop in my back. Arms out to the side like a T. Knees are bent. Wrap your right leg over your left. Maybe even foot around your ankle. Lower your legs to the left. If this doesn't feel good to your back, then just keep your knees together, bring them in, and lower your legs to the left. That's a pretty deep stretch on your psoas and your IT band, so that's a pretty deep stretch. But if you're feeling an uncomfortable tug on your low back, then don't cross your legs. Because really the focus should be on the twist and drawing your chest open. So if whatever you're doing with your legs is distracting, then just don't do it. Bring your knees back into your chest. You can cross your left leg over your right if you're doing that. If not, legs to the right, not wrapped. We're kind of opening your belly to the ceiling and opening your chest to the ceiling and drawing your shoulder blades down to the floor. This side's going to be different. It is dangerous to cough in a twist, holy cow. Bring your knees back to center. Draw circles on the ceiling with your knees. Go in the opposite direction. That creak. And feet to the floor, and let's prepare for Shavasana. If you need to put something under your legs, do it. Feet wider than the mat, arms out to the side, palms up. So I'm going to count this with 25 of my breaths. Start to deepen your breath. Move your fingers, move your toes. Reach your arms above you on the floor. Get a nice big stretch. And roll to one side. Bring yourself back up to an easy seated position. Take a deep inhale. Blow it out. Deep inhale. Blow it out. One more inhale. Blow it out. Find your natural breath. Lengthen your spine a little bit more. Lift the sides of your mouth. Think to yourself, may I be happy. Bring to mind someone you love and think to them, may you be happy. And think of someone you know who's going through a challenging time and think to them, may you be happy. May all beings in the universe be happy and free, and may our actions and our thoughts contribute to their happiness and their freedom. Namaste. Have a wonderful day, everyone. And I'll see you next time.